Do you think teachers and government employees should be paid to organize, protest, and participate in violent protests? If you don't, stick around and sign the petition. Coming up next on your Congressional Daily Briefing with Congressional Candidate Matthew Heines.
My name is Matthew Heines. I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran of the 82nd Airborne. I took the oath. And I'm here to defend my state.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to your Congressional Candidate Briefing. I'm your Congressional Candidate Matthew Heines in the 1st Congressional District in Washington State. I'm going to read you a change.org petition that I'm circulating. This is one of two, and I'll post the next one after this. The petition I'm circulating now, I just want to give you a little background on. If you look at my past videos, you'll see a video where I went to a Black Lives Matter protest in Snohomish, Washington, where I was trying to protest with the kids, but was immediately attacked by these women. And I didn't know who they were until later I found out that one of them is actually a public school teacher. And so think of it. Your public school officials are fomenting hatred and unrest, and they have been poisoning our kids for years, first of all by not teaching them anything, but now they've been poisoning these kids for years against the current administration, which, it really just basically argues for a one-party system, and that's all they've been endorsing. And I don't think that they should be paid for it from the tax, the public's money. So what I'm proposing is this. Jail government employees involved in violent protests and riots. While recognizing the necessity of peaceful protest and civil disobedience in a democracy, as well as the systematic or economic injustices that stem not from the police, but from the politicians and media who work hand in hand to promote racial strife. And recognizing that certain enemies, both foreign and domestic, have infiltrated our political process and are using the very tools we use to guarantee our freedoms against the working class citizens of the United States, thanks to the greed and incompetence of our millionaire elected leaders. We, therefore, the undersigned citizens and voters of the United States of America and its territories, demand immediate dismissal from employment, cessation of benefits, and incarceration of no less than 1 year in a U.S. federal penitentiary any employee of the United States government or any employee of any state or local government agency receiving federal funding who organizes, supports, publicly endorses, or participates in any protest, riot, or demonstration where there is racial intolerance, violence, intentional damage to property, or physical attacks on individuals by members of the demonstration causing injury and or death. Furthermore, we demand that any educator in a federally funded educational institution, whether a public school or university, who is proven guilty of endorsing, promoting, or organizing violent protests and or promoting racism and their own political views or participating in demonstrations where there is racial intolerance, violence, intentional damage to property, or attacks on individuals by members of the demonstration causing injury and or death, be terminated from employment, fined $10,000, and serve no less than 1 year in federal prison. In addition, anyone giving information leading to the arrest of any public educator or government employee involved in the aforementioned activities shall receive a reward of $10,000. We, the undersigned, are not going to pay for public employees and our elected officials to destroy our country, our government, and our lives. Presented by Matthew D. Heines, independent congressional candidate. I'll post this change.org petition and the link to it on the bottom of this YouTube video. So I hope you will go and sign this petition, because if you don't, well, if you do, I have an idea that these protests will dry up basically overnight, because I think it's the teachers that don't have anything to do that are out trying to promote this racism and hatred, and I saw that firsthand in Snohomish, Washington. So let's take care of this problem, and let's move on as fast as possible. I'm Matthew Heines, running for the first U.S. congressional seat in the U.S. House of Representatives in Washington State. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you at the next briefing, which will be my petition to make sure that all public officials who vote for lockdowns automatically stop getting benefits and pay. So check out that petition as well. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you on the next briefing. Take care.
My name is Matthew Heines. I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran of the 82nd Airborne. I took the oath, and I'm here to defend my state.
Congressman Susan DelBene has been in office since 2012. Using her substantial financial resources, thanks to Microsoft, and her $84 million fortune, she has been able to continually maintain an office where people still have little idea what she's done. Well, she's learned to dance around, and she's learned to do all the political maneuvers you have to do to keep getting reelected. Well, Susan DelBene, it's time for you to go.